My name is Calvin. I am 50 years old. I joined in March of 2018. Starting weight at 360 was just under the 300-pound mark. I was 298. The weight didn't really become a bit of an issue until I was in the office, and then of course you're sitting all day, sometimes 12 or more hours a day, and you just didn't realize it, and the next thing you know, it's like, holy smokes. I mean, I knew I had stuff. I mean, I had high blood pressure. I started to get bouts of gout. I was in denial, sort of thing. I didn't really think it was an issue. I just figured, this is just aches and pains. And then we went on a ski trip December 17th. It was a family ski trip, and I couldn't make it down the hill. I had my glasses, my sunglass case with me, and I fell on it. I crushed it. I didn't replace it until this year because I kept it as a reminder. When I got back from that ski trip, I realized that I had to do something different. I had to get makeup in here again. When I weighed in here, I was just under the 300, but I'd actually been to the hospital a few months prior to that, and I was actually just over the 3. I was 305 or 304, which was crazy to think that I was over 300 pounds. And even at the time that I stepped on the scales there, it was just like, seriously? My doctor, about six years ago, he had mentioned to me that I needed to do something, and it was just, my health was not going in the right direction. And he said, by the time you get to 50 years old, you know what, you could be lucky if something major doesn't happen by that time if you don't do something. And he had suggested bariatric surgery, and I had never really heard much about it, didn't know anything about it. At that point, when I went in, my mind wasn't in the right place. I just figured, okay, well, let's just make this happen. Let's just, get it done. Their program didn't really promote that sort of work, I guess. Until you had the mindset to move forward, to make this a lasting thing, they really weren't ready to sort of let me go through with this process. And that's kind of where hitting that bottom on that ski trip, that it really sort of was like something clicked. When I, of course, started at the gym in 2018, I had kind of worked and lost roughly about 40 pounds prior to my surgery. Surgery was in January of 2020. When I stepped on the scales the morning of the surgery, I was 260 pounds. Because of the things that we did here, recovery was, the surgeon and the nurses were as they followed my progress after the surgery, they were quite surprised and quite happy with how good the recovery was. And it's because of the stuff that we did here. That was one of the big reasons why right after the surgery I didn't quit. Because a lot of the stuff that I was doing, I knew was working, and I knew would continue to work. There's people that are here that are professional people that are going to work at the hospital. They're going to work. There's people that work in construction, oil field. There's people that are retired. But it's kind of neat seeing them doing what they're doing, and everybody has their own challenges. Talking with them, and it's just, the atmosphere here is just, I had I guess sort of a goal that, by the time I was 50, I wanted to make sure that I was under the 200-pound mark, and I hit that, I exceeded that. Just before my 50th birthday, I weighed in, and I believe it It was 175. I never thought I'd ever get there, so I just was like, 175, that was the thing that stuck in my head. There's things that I do now that I've never, it used to be always something that I'd be, this is gonna bother me, and now it's just not there. And golf, like, holy smokes. Like, I used to get sore back all the time. I'd get up to the first tee and I'd take ibuprofen. That was the first thing that I would grab. I have the strength and you know, I walk, the guys are taking the cart and I'm running beside them. The kids are they don't like it sometimes because it's like, come on, Dad, we just want to take it easy. We just want to relax. You know, being able to do those things without having to put a second thought into it. Because before, I just had to build up to it because I was like, okay, well, if I'm going to be going for a walk or anything like that, it's like, okay, is my sciatic going to flare up? There was a time that I had gout so bad in my foot was so swollen, I couldn't even walk. I had crutches. I'm able to do those things with the kids and with my wife. I mean, to the point where we're actually planning a bike tour. It'd be nice to be able to bike the island from tip to tip. There's a couple of fellas here that do a lot of training here for running in the Spartan Run. They've sort of made me want to push a little bit more, but I used to look at them and go, why would anybody want to do that to themselves? Like, go and do that and run. And it's just crazy to think that you'd want to do that. And now, just this summer, we actually talked about maybe that I should go and do that. And that's crazy to think, you know, going to work and feeling good going to work and having a good mindset, just my attitude at home, at work, at just anything that I do, it's brand new. And, you know, I have to thank everybody that's been a part of this journey for the last several years, right from the trainers, from the people that are here that I see every day and chat with, and it's a very supportive atmosphere, and it's nice. I really enjoy it here, and I think everybody's great. The biggest thing is just to make those small changes. If you just do that, you'll look up one day and there you go. You'll be there.
Was it worth it?
Gosh. Yeah. 100%.